this year. If you don't have a Yeezy in your top 5 at all, or even in your top 10, you know what I mean? I don't think you know anything about sneaker culture. What's up, everybody? whydavis here, back with another review. So I'm showing you guys my top 10 shoes that I have in my possession. Alright, so this is gonna be a little bit different. I was gonna do a top 10 video of the year, but there's just a lot of shoes that, you know, I couldn't put in here because, you know, I either don't have anymore or, you know, just felt like it couldn't really make the list. And I wanted to be as authentic as possible. So now I know you guys may have seen my eye, and I have a chalazium, and it's been one of the worst things I've experienced in my life. I have gotten styes before, but this thing is, you know, rumored to be around for months now, and I can't like keep on hiding it up. So, you know, if you guys see this on my eye, don't worry, I'm good. I didn't get beat up in a fight. It is a chalazium. I have problematic skin. God couldn't give me everything. So, you know what I mean? Let's get into it, guys. So at number 10, I have to put this shoe in here, the Airship. This is what started it all before we got the Air Jordan 1. I gotta put this in at the number 10 slot, just because of the technology in it, the way it feels on feet, the elastic bands on the bottom of the shoe right here to make the space in the shoe a lot better, in my opinion. I just think this is what we need to see a lot more from Jordan Brand, because it just makes the shoe a better wearing experience. And, you know, once you have all the classics, you know what I'm saying, we're looking for something else. And I think the next thing that we are looking for as a community is comfort. So in my opinion, this is why this gets the number 10 slot. All right, so that's number 10. At number 9, I think it definitely has to be the Air Jordan 11 DMP, or Gratitude. Just growing up as a kid, not being able to get this shoe because my mom wasn't about to buy me 2 shoes in one. And just seeing these at Foot Lockers and Foot Actions, which is not even around anymore, just sit on the shelves. Not specifically this pack, but just other packs sit on the shelves, was just a different time, especially in my era growing up. You know, I was born in the 90s, and, you know, it's just something that we probably will never see again, or, you know, something they could bring back if there's a lot of hype or a lot of, you know, talk about it. But, you know, this shoe came out in a pack and was only able to get in a pack. I remember back then people used to split packs. So basically you buy one shoe that you like, I'll take the other, just to get these shoes. And that's what, you know, was hype about these. And I'm glad to have these in the collection finally. So this definitely has to be in the number 9 slot in my book this year. All right, now coming in at number 8, you know, I have a lot of heat on this table. Once again, this list is from top 10 that I have in my collection right now, or that I could find. There's a lot of shoes that, you know, is not gonna make this top 10, which are Tiffany. I sold all my Tiffany's for like $1,500, guys, and you know, it was just a business decision. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you guys, but I think that shoe would have definitely made this list. Another shoe is the Air Jordan 3 Cement, just because I feel like my pairs were not good. Talking about how the Air Jordan, talking about how the print was on the shoe. That's just a personal preference. That shoe should definitely be in the top 10 list of the year, but I'm switching it up for you guys. I'm just doing a top 10 of what is in my collection that I bought this year. You know what I mean? Just to like give it a little bit more of a hard decision for me to pick the shoes. So what was that? 10-9. So at number 8, a lot of you guys are not gonna believe me on this one, man, but the number 8 in my opinion has to be this shoe right here. This is basically like a Chicago. This is the Air Jordan 4 Red Cement. I believe this is the best, you know what I mean, shoe right here that came out as a 4, one of them, you know what I mean? So at number 8, it has to be this shoe. You know what I'm saying? I love this shoe, even though it's not going good on the resale market. I think this is a very, very dope shoe. I just love this shoe for some reason. I don't know what it is about it. This is a Chicago 4, whatever you want to call it, man. This is it. It has that color blocking, even though he never wore these. This is just it right here, in my opinion. At number 7, I have to put the Air Jordan 5 Maniere. All right, this shoe right here is fire, guys. Now, some people may like the black one, but in my opinion, this one is just crazier. It's more so of a gray, and I just love the way this shoe looks. The details behind it, the stitching, the quality, you know, the translucent A on the bottom of the right shoe, and then we see the Jumpman behind the left shoe, the Nike Air on the back, how it's embossed and stitched in there. It's just an amazing shoe all the way around, in my opinion. And I think that's why this shoe has to come in at number 7 on my list this year. All right, guys. So at number 6 here is definitely gonna have to be the Powerpuff Girl SB Dunk, in my opinion. Normally Nike drops, the Air Jordan 11 last, but this year they dropped shoes all the way up until the 27th of the year, guys. Cartoon that I grew up watching, you know what I mean? I would never thought I would see a shoe about. So I think that's why this made the list. And these just look amazing on feet. The attention to detail that SB puts on shoes, on any collaboration, and the background behind them is just so sick. I haven't seen anybody talk about Yeezys this year, but you already know what it is. It has to be the Yeezy Foam Runner in the top 5 slot. Now, in my opinion, without this shoe, and you could go either way with this in the top 5 slot. You could have picked any Foam Runner, you could have picked any 350 that dropped this year, that re-released, or anything. But in my opinion, you have to have a Yeezy in your top 5 for this year, because it started all of this stuff. We wouldn't have this shoe without Yeezy. We wouldn't have this shoe without Yeezy. We wouldn't have this shoe without Yeezy. So I mean, you got to really put a Yeezy in your top 5, in my opinion, this year. If you don't have a Yeezy in your top 5 at all, or even in your top 10, you know what I mean? I don't think you know anything about sneaker culture. Without Yeezys, we wouldn't have none of these collaborations. Those collaborations were made because Yeezy was starting to take over the sneaker culture, and that's when Jordan had to, and I wouldn't say be forced, but technically be forced to collab with other influential people. Without Yeezys, we wouldn't have none of these collaborations. Those collaborations were made because Yeezy was starting to take over the sneaker culture, and Adidas was number 1 at a certain point in time. Without that guy, who knows what wouldn't be on this table right now, especially like a shoe like this, you know what I'm saying, just from a collaboration. But anyway, this is at my number 5 slot, the Yeezy Foam Runner. Just for me personally, this has changed culture. This has changed, lives, and he just changed everything when it came to the sneaker game. So, and honestly, this should probably be even lower on my list. I don't think you guys understand that this is literally a end of a era right here. Like, there is no more Yeezys coming out after this under Adidas, supposedly. So, you know what I mean? Well, any more new ones that they haven't even produced yet, maybe. But this is literally like an end of an era, you know what I mean? A company that was at number 1 when he showed up, and then once he left, it's just a company that has started to fall. So, how could you not have this shoe in your list? At number 4, it has to be the Air Jordan 3 J Balvin. That's why, honestly, the Jordan 3 Cement was not in my list, because I was gonna put this in the list very high. I just love the way the shoe was constructed. I love everything about the back of the shoe, how one is Nike Air, the other one has a smiley face and everything of the J Balvin. I just love everything about this shoe, and I feel like the quality on this was way better than the Reimagined 3, and that's why you guys didn't see it in my list. And I was just very upset about how, they fooled us with that shoe. I was mad that we didn't get a story behind the Air Jordan 3 Reimagined, compared to what we got last year. I was expecting, something similar to what we've seen, but they made their own twist on it by calling it Reimagined, and, not a lost and found, I guess, or however you want to, take it. But I guess that's just me being bitter, honestly. Air Jordan 3 White Cement was the first shoe, or the first Reimagined that we got of this shoe. And when this shoe came out, I was just so in love with it. I felt like a kid in a candy store. I felt like, getting this shoe was the best thing that ever happened to me, you know what I mean? Waiting in those lines, riots, people just fighting over shoes. I know it sounds crazy, but to me, I'm gonna always remember that. I'm gonna always remember waiting for this shoe online and getting it for retail. You know what I mean? I'm gonna always remember these type of stories. Like, for me, it's not like, okay, I'm gonna go, buy this shoe for $400 because I got it like that. It's more so like, damn, like, I gotta spend $400 to get that shoe. You know what I mean? Like, growing up, I just didn't have that access. So to me now, that still isn't in my reality to just go out there and buy a shoe, for that amount of money consistently, or, you know what I mean? So just reasons like that, and reasons like behind like all these shoes on this table, like majority of these shoes, I can probably say, probably 90% of these shoes, or if not 100% of these shoes, came from retail. So for me, it's just a different, way of looking at it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all of these shoes I can tell you guys a story about, or how I've gotten. So to me, it's just something different. And maybe to you guys, it's, you guys maybe don't understand what it is, but I mean, we grew up different, so it's not for you to understand. But anyway, top 3 shoes of the year right here, and at the number 3 slot, it has to be the Nike CPFM. I think this was definitely the best collaboration, of the year. Something that we didn't see coming until who knows how long. And when I got this shoe, I just loved it, and I've been wearing this shoe like every day, guys. I love this shoe, man. A lot of these shoes I have not even worn, as you guys can see, but this shoe right here is definitely one of the best shoes of the year. When it first came out, a lot of people didn't like it, and the resale market did go down on it, but now it has shot back up because this shoe is just so fire, so unique. This is something that we want to see from you guys, Nike brand as a culture. Just stepping your game up, comfortability, making a shoe that we've never seen before, new model. Everything on this shoe is just fire, screams fire in my opinion. And number 2, if you guys don't know what it is, it has to be the reverse Kobe Grinch right here. I love this shoe, guys. I never had a Kobe Grinch in my life. This is my first ever Kobe Grinch. I just remember, in 2010, 2011, I was going to Willowbrook Mall. That was the first ever House of Hoops that we had in New Jersey. I think that's either the number 1 or number 2 store in New Jersey as well. But just back then, it was only 2 ways to get exclusive shoes, or the hot LeBron, Kobe's, and exclusive products like that, and you had to have a House of Hoops inside your Foot Locker. Some Foot Lockers are just straight up Foot Lockers, and they didn't have exclusive shoes like this. But this just holds something in my heart, especially growing up in the 90s. I didn't watch Jordan play, I watched Kobe play, so Kobe was my Jordan, if that makes sense. And just the way I used to, I don't know, man, I was like, I'm not as much of a, the way it is now, like, since I'm not as much as a diehard as I was as a kid, but I still love the Lakers. But this shoe, just getting this shoe this year just meant a lot, and just brought back a lot of memories. And RIP Kobe, but I love this shoe, and that's why it has to be at the number 2 slot. And I got a lot of feedback from that reel that I posted on this shoe, wearing it, styling it. But back in the day, that's how we used to do it, and I just thought that it would be dope to pair these up as a street style look. And I think I did that. That video got like over 1 million views. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure you guys go check it out. Check the comments out as well. But this definitely has to be at the number 2 slot. Shout out to you, Kobe, and Nike brand for reuniting. And we are going to see a lot of these in the 2024 year, which I'm very happy about. And a lot of things is coming from me as well. I'm going to be doing some workout content. I'm going to be doing some lifestyle content, just talking to you guys one-on-one, and just being more real with you guys. This channel is all about being real, I want to say. I don't want to fabricate anything with you guys. I feel like it's a privilege to be here, for me to have a voice to talk about certain things and to be real with you guys. And I'm getting to a point now where I'm like not the youngest, not the oldest, I'm like right there in the middle. So it's just like I have a little bit of experience, and I just want to start sharing these things with you guys, because I feel like this is like a diary. This is like my journal. This is my way of putting my stamp on something, the best way I know how. I still don't know what I'm here to do, honestly. And I know I'm probably just rambling on and chatting right now. But I just feel like, for entertainment purposes, for anybody that likes to watch this show or watch, anything that I put out, whether it be sneaker related, showing you guys certain aspects or showing you guys certain things from different point of views. I just want to say thank you guys for all the support, you know what I mean? And thank you guys. But at the number 1 slot, if you guys did not know what it is, this is the Air Jordan 4 SB Pine Green. Hopefully we see a lot more shoes like this, or hopefully they just make the shoe like this in general. So the first thing I have to say about this shoe is the way that this shoe is just so, flexible, and the materials just feel a lot better than your normal Air Jordan 4. I mean, on the back here, you see it's not as hard to do on a regular 4. I just feel like the shoe in general is just more easier to wear. It doesn't hurt your feet on the outside and the inside of the shoe right here. Definitely this has to be the number 1 slot. I don't see any other shoe that top this shoe whatsoever, other than this shoe right here. But this one, to me, you know, hands down has to be number one. It's between this one, like I said, in my top three. It's between the pine green, you know, the reverse Kobe, and this one. But honestly, that's my list. I know there's a lot of things that didn't make the list, and like I said, I just want to put everything on this list that I could find in my room at the moment. It's probably 7:30 in the morning right now before I'm getting this video out. I just want to say Happy New Year. You know, be safe, stay dangerous out there, and hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, show your boy some love, and stay tuned.